What's going on, everyone? It's your Rifle here, and thanks for checking out this video. In this one I'm going to be talking about hidden exotic perks, which are possibly undiscovered exotics in-game, and these are from the database, or they're just future exotics. I'll also be discussing a new boss, better yet, a god, and other info as well. Hope you end up enjoying the video, and I just wanted to let you guys know before I get into this, my Destiny 2 giveaway for any platform is about to be ending. So be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below your thoughts of this video and what platform you're wanting it for at the end of your comment. This giveaway does include the PC version, but if you're wanting that and you end up winning, you'll have to wait a bit longer so I can purchase it and give it to you. First things first, let's get into the topic about the hotfix we had today. This hotfix was mainly about raid keys. As you can see here, to avoid erroneous removal of raid keys, they will no longer be removed upon hitting the weekly reset. Raid keys are also no longer removed upon creating a new character and upon logging into alts for the first time in a new week. They also fixed an issue where a kinetic weapon would always be equipped after certain supers expired, and they fixed an issue where Nessus Scout reports would not add waypoints to certain chests. For the companion side on Android, they fixed some milestones not showing up in the progress section, and they also fixed for English text showing in the gear sections for non-English languages. On iOS, they added the ability to look up clans by name, exact matches only, and they fixed for some milestones not showing their name and icon. And lastly, for the web, they added the ability to look up clans by name. So yeah, in case you guys are wondering about the hotfix that recently happened, that is it. Now let's go ahead and get into discussion about these hidden exotics in the database. If you look at the intrinsic perks inside the Destiny 2 database, you can see all of the base legendary intrinsic perks as well as the exotics. But inside of here, there are actually two intrinsic bonuses for exotics that don't have any info on them. If you scroll over the intrinsic perks, they'll of course give you a description on what they do, but for these, they do not. There aren't any like this for legendaries, so I'm thinking these haven't actually been added into the game quite yet, but they plan on releasing them soon into Destiny 2. And that's the reason why we see a placeholder for them already in the database. I'm guessing these will be releasing with the DLC that is the closest away, which is the Osiris DLC. I'm hoping there is more than just two new exotics though in that upcoming DLC. I thought this was pretty interesting and I wanted to share this with you guys. Anyways, now let's go ahead and get into this new boss that we'll be facing sometime in the future, more than likely called Nezarec. You can see concept art done by Bungie of where we will most likely be fighting this god at. And not to mention, if you look closely in the background, up in the air, you can see the darkness ships above this area. I just wanted to say, this concept art done by Bungie gives me the creeps, and I love it for that. The god will more than likely be fighting here in the future, once again, will be called Nezarec. And we know of him from a warlock helmet called Nezarec's Sin. And the lore on this helmet is detailing both Nezarec and his sin. It is said in the lore tab from this helmet, he is that which is end, that which covets sin, the final god of pain, the purest light, the darkest hour. And he shall rise again. When the guiding shine fades and all seems lost, he will call to you. Fear not. All he offers is not as dark as it may seem. For Nezarec is no demon, but a fiend, arch and vile in ways unknown. He is a path and a way, one of many. And his sin so wicked, so divine, is that he will never cower when dusk does fall, but stand vigilant as old stars die and new light blinks this first upon this eternity. For starters about Nezarec and all of this, we know the end is coming. Dozens of lore entries belabor this point. Presumable this represents the battle between the light and the darkness. But Nezarec's Sin challenges that view by describing him as the final god of pain, the purest light, the darkest hour. That was mentioned in the lore tab of it. And also saying of him, he will never cower when dusk does fall, but stand vigilant as old stars die and new light blinks its first. Everything he stands for seems immediately to be associated with the darkness, as the harbinger of the end and the final god of pain. But unlike the forces of the darkness, he has no apparent gripe with the light. His pedigree lists as the purest light beside the darkest hour. Pretty interesting, especially if you look deep in this. Crota, a god, and decently tough when we first encountered him, until we met his daddy, and then we were all like, alright, Crota's just a baby. Nezarec, however, isn't in the same ballpark as them whatsoever. he actually is not the darkness. He is above the darkness. He has transcended it. Nezarec, whether by nature or by purpose, has transcended the opposing forces of darkness and light. Keep in mind that even at the largest scale in the Destiny universe, all previous forces have been within the category of dark and light, or else in between or indifferent, as the Awoken or the Nine. Nezarec is supposed to be the biggest and baddest god in the sandbox, and honestly I cannot wait to experience this kind of fight. I mean, his lore is extremely interesting. I highly suggest you guys to look up Nezarec and try to learn more about him. This god will definitely be a future boss fight sometime in the Destiny universe. I'm not exactly sure if we'll be encountering him in Destiny 2, but I have a pretty good feeling we will be, just because we were introduced to these darkness ships first in Destiny 2. And he is supposedly like the god of them. Not exactly the darkness once again. He is transcended above them. So basically they look at him as like a ruler of some sort. Okay, so lastly here I wanted to show you guys a couple Siva Easter eggs in Destiny 2. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but for a split second I made a video about this. There was a strike that talked about Siva in a Destiny 2 preview of the clans and guided games. So yeah, pretty interesting. I'm not exactly sure when we'll be encountering this Siva strike. I have a feeling it'll be sometime in the Osiris DLC. All I know is Siva is going to be in Destiny 2. There's a lot of references in Destiny 2 about Siva. At the end of this video here, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 that I know of so far. I don't know if there's any more, but these are all of them that I know of so far. And so yeah, as you guys saw, I just went inside the salt mines next to Trossland. This scannable will be inside the salt mines. I'll go ahead and skip to it already. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a point of view of where to go. As you guys can see, here's the scannable, and check out what it said.
This terminal was first powered on in the Cosmodrome during the Siva crisis. Maybe we shouldn't get too close.
Pretty interesting. So from this, we can understand that Siva was at the EDZ. So these next 2 Siva Easter eggs will be located here on Nessus. The first one that I'll be showing you guys will be down here in the hollows. What you want to do when you get down here is jump on this rock, and then from here jump up to this, and there's a scannable right here. Check this out.
For a second, I thought there was some kind of Siva outbreak on Nessus. That would be bad on so many levels. How about we never see that stuff again?
And this is the location where I am exactly at, in case you guys want to come here and check this out for yourself. And the last one that I'll be showing you guys is randomly said by Failsafe. Check this out. Now these are the only Siva references that I have found in Destiny 2.
Accessing node 9875A. File header, Siva project. Files locked behind Epsilon Theta encryption, A, D, and G. No decryption schema found.
So there's a Siva project going on, as you guys just heard from her. And I don't know if you guys have ever just stood by this AI, but she says some pretty interesting things at times.
Posit. Artificial life exists because of the Traveler's influence. Extrapolation. The Traveler is my father. Further thought required.
So yeah, there you guys have it, everybody. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about all of these topics that I went over. I mean, you don't really have to talk about the hotfix, but what about those hidden exotic perks? Do you think those are linking to an undiscovered exotic, or do you think Bungie just accidentally added those in the database? After all, those are the only 2 intrinsic exotic perks that are like that. So in my opinion, I think that these are undiscovered exotics. It's kind of a letdown though if there's only going to be 2 new exotics in the DLC. Also, let me know your guys' thoughts about Nezarec and the Siva. Good luck to everybody, by the way, who is actually participating in this giveaway. I will be ending it very soon, like I mentioned before yesterday. The winner will be chosen tonight, and I'll announce the winner of this Destiny 2 tomorrow. Let me know within your comments that you end up leaving on this video, that you end up making it this far into it, because I would love to know who actually watched and listened to the entire thing and didn't. I'm out of here though. Thanks for taking time to watch and listen, and remember to stay safe out there and try not to sleep in pee. Peace.